Actually got the Void Grubs back on track here. Razork, though, trying to do something on the bottom side of the map. For now, that something is getting the red buff.
Yeah, but KCB want to contest here. Yukino is looking to move over.
I mean, Prime's going back for round 2. The last time we saw this 1v1, Prime won. Razork gets out. Lands initially. Taunt onto Razork. Yukino there. Vladdy able to land the shockwave, but it's not a lot of damage. Downgores Razork. Laspa coming over the wall. Upset, though, ready to start kicking off in the fight instead. Just going to dash away. Realizes how quickly this could turn on him.
Đấy, KCB sống anh em ơi, vẫn giao tranh được, vẫn giao tranh được. Mẹ này cứ sập hoài mệt quá. Cho làm cái giải nó cứ họ siêu sập.
Yeah, it gets a little bit too greedy there for the vision.
Observers are baiting you.
Oh my god, look at that, what the hell? That's a league skin, are you kidding me? Bro.
Guys, I want to be absolutely clear. I did not pay, no one at Riot has paid him to do this. He's just genuinely really excited about the gallery.
No, but it's like, what I just mean is like, you know, like, it's like it doesn't look like a league skin.
It's too good.
It's too detailed.
Someone in their performance review in Los Angeles.
It's like my steak is too juicy.
Is going to link this clip and say, I would like a promotion. You are going to get someone a promotion, Jack Spectra. I don't know who they are. I don't know what their name is, but you're committed to it, and I respect it.
Yeah. No worries, whoever you are.
All right.
And that Q as well, I mean. Okay, anyway.
Okay,
let's talk about KCB, because they're doing a lot of nice things this game. They got first Dragon, they got 3 Grubs, and they got first Blood. Might even get first.
Tập trung lại nè. 1-0 cho bên phía KCB. KCB đánh rồ thắng được bên phía Fnatic không trời.
They really want to hit the Crusty Tower.
You know, every time I see pro players that don't hit the tower, like I know they shouldn't hit the tower because it's like high risk, but when I see all the crystals, they're just like, yeah.
I'm just saying, that was what happened to Leader the other day. He told me.
Yeah.
See a Crusty Tower, sometimes you just walk up and hit it, and then you die.
I was going for it.
Cool. Tao
gets it for free.
I mean, Q3's there. He could just go all in on Emperos.
He might just kill him.
He's still going to go all in on Emperos. A little bit risky, but gets the flash pretty effortlessly, and now gets to proxy the next wave while he has the empowered state. We got a fist fight on the bottom side. They try to get in to get the one shot, but it just doesn't work. The taunt is there as well. Hazel losing in touch.
Hất tung rất là đông người nha, siêu hùng dáng thế nè. Cô và đồng đội về anh em ơi. Camilo vải này đánh đúng rồi.
But it doesn't do any extra bonus damage, so KCB got to get the hell out of there.
Yeah, that Galli ulti, it looked grand, it looked epic, but it was not enough to deter Fnatic as they get all the HP bars here, and that surely must be Drake for them. As now Razork is going to start up this Mountain Dragon. Upset and Lospa will be his helpers. And they will pick up the second Drake here. So now tying the Drake score 1-1. Let's see what soul we get. Always a little fun mini game. I think it'll be Ocean.
Ocean?
I think Ocean.
I'm going to go Infernal, just because I don't want it to be Chemtech.
Yeah.
Is that KCB have overextended a bit.
Bên phía của thằng KCB đánh một hồi có khi rồ lại win luôn không? Win luôn thắng game không?
They get that Drake, which does even things up and make things a bit harder. Yukino, though, is still a big problem for them and is able to wander in and not get a red buff.
Yeah, Razork took it.
Yeah.
So Razork is kind of mugging him right now. Let's see who gets the Raptors, though. Another fight here. Lospa moving in.
Razork going to get the Raptors, too.
Ooh. I mean, Yukino here.
That's tough, because you're the one with the money,
but
not the one with the camps now. Is Hazel still being able to clear out mid lane? Upset a little bit far behind, but I imagine this first back, or this base will now finally be cracking. So evening things up on the way to some Ninja Tabby. Sorry, plated steel caps. It's been like 7 years since they changed that.
Yeah. You know, Forsen, we told him to buy Tabai, and he was like, what's that? And we were like, oh, no, the plated steel caps.
It's weird when you feel old telling a guy who I'm guessing is much older than you.
Yeah, he's like nearly 40.
Now, you know what? Thank you for telling me that. I feel much better about being in my 30s.
1-0 cho bên phía của KCB. Mẹ KCB đánh hồi nữa gọi là win.
Where things have slowed down a bit. I think we're going to have to wait for an objective or for someone to flash kind of crazy style into the back line. The initial momentum of KCB, especially around the bottom side in the jungle, has got them a bit of gold, but really not much else.
It's fizzled, I'm afraid. I mean, they had some rough fights. They weren't able to pick up that second dragon, and now it feels like more Razork's in the driver's seat here, invading this bot side. And Yukino is just going to drop it to his own Gromp and look for the crab instead. mean, the one worry that I have for this KCB lineup is it's very clear what they want to do, but their comp is very low damage. Like, they need Yukino and Hazel to really do a lot of heavy lifting here. And while Tao is playing a tank, he's not really a tank, like a full damage.
Phao câu không ban phước.
Still, they can easily get kited out if they
Tầm này
don't
một
get
đều
good
đến từ
CC
hai bên,
rank.
chưa có gì.
Upset can just have free
1-0.
reign team fight alongside Vladdy. They don't have the firepower to keep going in a long extended fight.
No, they absolutely don't, right? The value of repeated command protection from Orianna. If Upset ever gets more lifesteal under his belt, it just doesn't seem like they're going to be able to finish off these key targets unless everyone is focused firing their cooldowns on the same target. Camilo also going for a tankier option in the Orianna. Makes sense, again, you want to be able to survive, you want to just be able to lane comfortably. But it does mean you just, yeah, you're right, you just don't have that much damage. Of course, if you stack all your cooldowns on a single target, maybe you can get something done as Razork is going to knock Prime away. Quick interrupt coming in with the Steadfast Presence as Tao may now be in trouble. Willow waiting off to the side with the taunt to get things going. Emperos is here as well. Tao now opting to go all out, but he's so low, it's going to cost him his life.
Ở đây vị trí của gọi là bên phía Fnatic gỡ rồi. Tao nằm bên em ơi. Ở đây vị trí của Brime cũng nằm luôn. Thôi Fnatic lại lật rồi.
And Fnatic just decide to pull the trigger and get all the right pieces in the right places as they're able to pick up 2 kills. KCB did luckily get the Herald before they scattered. But with Razork knocking away Prime, it felt like KCB got a little bit flustered and weren't quite sure what to do. And Tao as well chose to ulti in instead of flashing out. I mean, we'll break it all down in the replay here, but there's a lot of a little bit uncharacteristic mistakes. You see Tao, they pick up the Herald. I'm thinking, okay, Tao is just going to flash over the wall and get out. But instead, Tao ultis in and kind of kills himself. So he ends up falling to Upset. And then Prime is a victim of none of his own making and just dies as well alongside him. And 2 kills go over to Fnatic.
Yeah, really messy sequence. Fnatic getting a lot of what they want there. Again, the Poppy pick that we talked about, a Razork special, wasn't able to dominate.
2-1 cho bên phía Fnatic luôn rồi. Fnatic dường như là lại win cái game này.
Since they've kind of stabilized the game, he has been such a thorn in the side of KCB, the steadfast presence as well as the ulti in that fight, doing a ton of work. And now Upset, the one with the gold advantage, the one finishing these Fiend Hunters bolts, and the Yunara is only going to get stronger and stronger.
Yeah, I mean, this feels really bad for Hazel and Prime, right? They had a great laning phase, built up that lead slowly, and now it's all come crumbling down in one team fight, and Upset is the one with 2 completed items, while Hazel's just sitting on the pickaxe. He's probably got quite a bit of gold in his pocket, though, closing in on that Rage Blade, but it's the Ocean Drake that's already spawning now, so Hazel won't have any time to recall. I would advise KCB to not contest this dragon, as Prime might be in trouble here. Upset dashing forward
there
with the ulti.
From Upset. Galliot coming in as well. Pantheon now coming in as well. Multi-man taunt, but the immediate knockback of Yukino is big. Forced the flash out from Hazel. Tao trying to get into the backside, running across the Rumble Equalizer as Lospa finds the knock-up to stop any further play. Only 1 member down so far, and it's on the side of Fnatic.
Okay, KCB, I wasn't familiar with your game. That was nice. They got a great engage. Hazel crucially flashed the Orianna ulti. That's a free dragon for KCB. And they just
vẫn là 2 đều kìa. Bên phía của KCB rùa đã thắng game. Hôm nay không đua được.
The tower finally going to fall. Tao dashing in to get that auto, getting the extra money as well. First tower of the game. They got grubs. They're up a Drake. Suddenly starting to feel like they're back in control, despite that last fight being a bit of a disaster. Here you can see they try to get Prime.
Yeah, I mean, Upset and Lospa want to really go for Prime here, but with the Galio, there's a huge Pantheon ult as well, and then Hazel follows up and crucially is able to flash both the Rumble and the Orianna ult, and that just means that Fnatic has no return play, as they really wanted to turn on Hazel after Upset died. And it leads for another dragon for KCB, as Emperos here might be in trouble.
Emperos rooted.
Never mind.
Starting to walk up. Hazel no ultimate means he can't just immediately get in there. So they will back off, but big fight for Hazel especially. You highlighted it so well, right? Able to get Upset and then immediately get out despite being at that item disadvantage makes all the difference.
And now he's the one with the Rage Blade, so even though it's 2 items apiece for the ADCs, I definitely prefer the Kai'Sa here. Quite a bit stronger 2-item power spike with that Rage Blade completed.
And the ulti to go where he needs to. We'll see if KCB are able to collapse on side lanes, find a pick. That's one thing that we kind of expect from these Pantheon-style semi-global compositions, especially with the Kai'Sa. But hasn't happened quite yet. But now with mid lane tower broken down, I imagine we do see a little bit more side lane play just overall.
Yeah, I think Hazel really wants to
Mẹ mày đánh gọi là kill cũng đồ này nọ ít nha, cái LEC đánh gọi là hôm thì ít, hôm thì một đống.
Crazy side lanes like it's Galio, Cassante, who are not going to make so much progress on their own. So you really need the Pantheon and the Nautilus to be really aggressive themselves to create fights and make things happen. But still, I mean, it's KCB that are pushing in 3 lanes at once right now, and Imperials just has to drop this bot tower. So more gold going in favor for KCB. As Lospa wants to desperately try to get this big ward.
Focus for now on just clearing the vision.
Camilo emoted on him.
Yeah, he did.
Do you think he felt that?
I don't know. He's always smiling. It's hard to know.
No, I meant Lospa.
Because he got emoted on?
Yeah.
Oh, he wants to go in.
Yeah. He got angry.
He wants to.
I always, when I play against someone who emotes, I always instantly mute them. I don't know, like my blood pressure rises. I need to mute things.
I can tell. I can tell. You're an angry guy. You hold it back. You run all the time.
Yeah.
But I see it come out when you play random games or with Forsen.
That's not true. With Forsen, I am Zen.
Fair enough.
Hai con rồng cho bên phiếu KCB chưa có làm nên khôn ngoài nha.
And KCB really just trading pressure back and forth. You could see a little bit of movement on the map. There's a lot of moments where either side is looking for an angle, but neither team has really presented it to them quite yet. Razork and Lospa moving up to top lane. They're thinking maybe we can get.
Hai đều, em nói game này KCB cộng ngon, KCB cộng được. Vô tư mọi người, vô tư. Cứ bình tĩnh coi nó đánh thôi.
Flash forward from Yukino, follow up there from the Pathmaker, equalizer down, but it doesn't look like it's going to be nearly enough. Tao grabbing the kill on the side lane, the play that we were waiting to see with these semi-globals.
Yeah, there's no flashing out of that one. Imperial ends up falling. A great play from Yukino, invests his own flash as well to make sure that they get that kill. It's a relatively empty kill. There's no objective on the map just yet. And Fnatic, they want to try to get something in return, but it might just be a little bit of vision.
And it's tough too, right? Because you can see Vladdy individually has a pretty decent gold lead, but there's so much MR. And Galio's ability, Camilo's ability to just delete those waves is high enough that he can't really press any advantage.
Yeah. So what I was saying earlier, right, is while it is hard for KCB to make very proactive plays, they can still look for stuff like the Pantheon ult like they did just now, because they don't have such explosive side laners. In the same vein, it's really hard for Fnatic to ever make a play on side, because you're up against Cassante Galio. Galio will just clear the wave, and Cassante is undiveable. So then your only option is going mid lane, but in mid lane, KCB has already gotten mid tower, so Hazel can take every mid wave really far up, and they have great vision around the area. So Fnatic have kind of left scattered right now. They don't have any real good comeback play available to them, and they're just waiting for this Ocean Drake to spawn, and then we'll have another team fight.
Another full 5v5, what we're expecting. KCB get the first push in the mid lane, so move in.
Gãy cả 18 sáng rồi. Anh em đang coi set 2 nữa. Anh em trong nhóm em Long đang coi set 2 nữa mọi người.
Kind of check for free, although that's the TP from Tao, so KCB really telegraphing their intentions here. They got the bot wave forward. They want to use the TP to try and get a bit more control over mid wave. They're going to lose it anyway because Fnatic have just sent more members. But now, the potential full-on 5v5 we are waiting for. That set, Camilo needs to get that ulti in here. Razork looking for the perfect ulti angle. The stun going to come down, but Razork able to get his ulti off in the meantime. Tao still standing strong. Equalizer going down. Upset pops the ulti of his own and is ready to get the fight going. Lost, but interrupted on the way in, keeping things standing. Upset still free firing across the team, though. Hazel so damn low. There's just nothing KCB can do. Upset finally given the freedom he wants to tear through this team fight.
4 đều đến từ hai bên. Sẵn thêm về trước Yukino. Yukino nằm anh em. Bên phía và tích liên tục có cho mình những cái mạng đấu gọi là những cái mạng cần thiết. Hazel gọi là bản năng sát thủ, lướt lại ra phía sau. Tí thì bị nó thui cho đi.
They didn't get a good Galio ulti, they didn't get a great Nautilus engage, they didn't get Cassante to really do much of anything. And once Razork is able to knock Yukino away, you see all the pieces, but they're not lining up properly. The Galio ult only hits the Rumble and the Poppy, and this is Upset's time to shine. While they're able to take down Lospa, it's a great 3-man shockwave onto Hazel, Yukino, and Tao, while Upset is just shredding the front lines, because at KCB they need a clean engage. They need a great start to this fight, because otherwise Fnatic just has way more damage and can just run them down like they did in this one.
The extended fight really just not going in the favor of KCB. Something we expected, but credit to Vladdy, the 3-man shockwave makes such a big difference. Getting Hazel low enough that there's just no way he can walk in.
5-4 giờ cho bên phía của Fnatic mọi người ạ.
Now for upset as well, you've got some penetration coming in for Vladdy too. So a lot of these tankier life bars, the Cassante, the Galio, even the Nautilus, is just going to feel a lot less relevant in the coming fights.
Yeah. I think it only gets harder and harder as well. Especially Hazel ended up going for, I think he's going for Hurricane. He could also be going for the Fiend Hunter Bolts, but I'm assuming he's going for Hurricane. And I get it, but I don't think it's what they need. I think they need more damage. So if he went for the AP route,
đợi mà có kill không biết khi nào mấy cha mới có. Anh em mà đánh mấy cái trận mà trên kill mấy game này chỉ có gọi là từ cút cho tới cái đi thôi. Khó lắm mọi người ạ.
See if it works out for him and see obviously what the final itemization choice will be, although we're expecting Hurricane.
We'll see when he bases now. Actually, I've never seen Fiend Hunter Bolts Kai'Sa. There was some caster that was trying to convince me that it's good. I think it was Jake. I didn't take him so seriously.
It's interesting because it was Jake or Medic, and if it was Medic, I'd believe it because it probably came from high elo solo queue somewhere. And if it's Jake,
it was Jake. I remember it was Jake because he kept telling me Kai'Sa just wants to ulti in, no an auto attack, and I'm like, yeah, she wants to do that, but I don't think it's good. But now
we're gonna find out.
Built it. I mean, if there was a Kai'Sa game where you really needed ulti, it's this game because they do have a team comp that always wants to go in and set Hazel up for success in that sense. But I just think the AP itemization.
Làm sao mà bên phía KCB nó thắng được cái mình lại cộng thì còn hên xui ấy. Đi gọi là MNL giống cút rồi.
Upset going for, armor penetration now. You can see already hitting even before the ulti really comes into the puzzle. As now the fight has once again broken out. Good equalizer across the top of the team. Keeping everybody shelled up, but it's another 2-man shockwave. Prime completely taken down.
Lại siêu hồn giáng thế xuống cho Ori nó sấy. Khổ lắm. Giao tranh không có đam nữa từ bên phía của KCB mọi người.
Fnatic are making it look easy. They're running them down. They're gonna get the Baron Nashor. Kai'Sa itemization be damned. He's not even gonna do a single auto attack as Fnatic pick up this Baron Nashor. This is what you can't do with this KCB comp. You can't just look at Fnatic because you need to have a decisive engage, because if you're just posturing like that, then it's Upset that can click forward. It's Vladdy that can get a good ultimate. And you see how this it does not work for KCB. Tao is too far forward, he gets cancelled by Razork's W, and then Upset can just keep auto-attacking, keep clicking forward, and then Vladdy comes in with a great shockwave onto the front line here to lock them up further and be able to continue running them down. And once KCB doesn't find the initial engage, they've ran out of steam. And the rest of them end up falling. Yukino's able to flash out, but that's 3 kills.
Skin Galio đẹp vậy á. Nãy thằng Kanai cũng vừa sử dụng skin này, đúng rồi, hồi nãy Kanai cũng xài.
Obviously a really tough situation.
Hồi nãy Kanai đánh con Galio ghê nhỉ.
Hồi
nãy Kanai xài màu xanh.
Still a tough thing to manage, although Empiros in the side lane is in trouble. Should at least be able to grab this. The rest of Fnatic pushing up mid lane, though. He's just trying to buy as much time as he can for the rest of his team to crash those waves forward. And again, in that fight, credit to the supporting cast for making sure Upset could really do whatever he wanted. I think almost like 30 autos in that fight. Completely and totally uncontested. The dream of any 80 carry is now he also has the additional BF sword working towards IE.
Yep. On the bright side, that pick onto Rumble is really good to delay this Fnatic Nashor. Yukino as well, choosing to push out this bot wave, and Tao being able to push out this top wave. We could have a Shifter's Baron throw on our hand if Fnatic get a little bit stressed out here.
Nói chung là mấy này đánh kiểu như là trình độ nó cũng có giới hạn rồi. Anh em mình về mong về được cái cộng là mừng rồi.
And have Empiros either open mid or TP straight bot, but I hope that Empiros pushes mid and they play 2 lanes. But Drake is actually spawning in 15 seconds, so I think like everything I said, it's gonna be a Drake fight.
Fnatic may be just going to go for this tier 1 first, however. We'll see how much pressure they feel from KCB. We talked about it. Decisive engage from KCB. If you just walk at Fnatic, if you can't immediately jump onto a priority target, things will fall apart. And it's Fnatic who are getting things kicked off as Razork just zoning away Camilo. Both sides squaring up. Yukino waiting off to the side, looking for an ulti angle. Has not been marked yet. Ulti now coming in. This is their opportunity to start a fight. Hazel for now, free firing, able to auto attack, but he immediately gets knocked out of the fight by Razork. That's a disaster. Fnatic again. Set up for success.
Về vị trí của Empiros có cho mình cái mạng rồi.
Perfect ulti from Razork. Instantly stops the fight in its tracks. town, nowhere left to go, hoping to use Razork as a taxi to escape this one. It's a disaster.
And KCB have ran out of steam. They're dead in the water, and so are their playoffs.
Rồi, bị bắt lại đến từ vị trí Camilo endgame anh em ơi. Thôi mẹ 6 kill rồi. Mẹ đánh thêm phát nữa nó phải clear được cái 9 chấm đó mẹ.
We've gone from a tiny bit of hope to praying on a miracle or a massive throw has often been the case here in the LEC. But Fnatic playing it really well. KCB, they're decisive, but it's just too late. Razork's ulti simply better.
Yeah, Yukino just doesn't. He's not able to actually get into the fight whatsoever, and he's dead before he gets anything down. And then the Galio ult is pretty meaningless as well. And after that, it's been the tale of this game. It's just Fnatic getting one pick, getting one kill, and then running down the rest of KCB. And this Poppy and Yunara just feel so damn strong into this KCB compass. Now Yukino is caught. We'll see if he's able to get out with the help of Hazel. Some good damage onto Razork.
Do good damage, but he just
Mày phần nó tích rồi là nó đánh đủ cái chừng nó mới chịu end anh em ơi. Đánh hồi thành phải cút luôn cái cộng luôn. Má sao từng nào cũng tin thằng con chó đi, ủa cút nha, thằng Bắc Kinh thằng con chó này là tin thằng con chó này là cút nha.
Also on the front line, they get the ulti from the Alistar.
Yeah. Grasping at straws here, definitely. Trying to find some angle of positivity here for KCB, but it's just so damn difficult to try to win this game. 8,500 gold now. And Fnatic are playing it slow, they're playing it controlled. They're just pushing waves, getting towers, extending that gold lead further. And with Nash spawning in 2 minutes, that's what Fnatic has their eyes on. Get that Baron Nashor and finish this game off clean.
Credit to Fnatic, you know, made a couple missteps in the early stages of the game, lost by an upset, were falling behind a little bit more than we maybe anticipated. But once they got control of this game, they've been playing it, as you said, really disciplined, really clean. They're at 4-4, I think. They aren't in a position where they can afford to disrespect any opponent, no matter what their scoreline is. And now, tutorial style kind of closeout, what we're looking at. Minute and 30 until Baron. Fnatic will have control of the pit. They should be able to get first push out on these lanes. They've got excellent TP wards set up for flanks when Empiros' TP comes back up, which will be in plenty of time. Mid lane coverage, I mean...
Do we have the standings thing?
We have it. I've got the strength of schedule ready to go.
Oh, but not standings?
Not standings, sadly.
Because what I wanted to say is, with Fnatic winning this, there's a lot of teams now at 5 wins. It's an incredibly close league that we're currently in here.
Có phải T1 đâu mà đòi bích kiểu này á, kiểu này khó đánh mà. Kiểu này đánh thiếu đam lắm á. Muốn win được kiểu này phải gọi là có cho mình cái kỹ năng cao mọi người à.
Not quite enough damage though. I think if Hazel was AP here, I swear Razork would die.
But he's not. He's not. That's an IE that's coming next. He's not interested in your AP.
Này đen quá anh em ơi, này đen quá anh em ơi.
There's Hazel falling up with a bit more damage. Vladdy caught out. Upset though, ready to keep the fight alive. And Lostba flashing over the wall, knocking Kamilu back. Tau finally here though. Kamilu gonna get taken down. Hazel able to free fire, but only onto Lostba. Not the target he wants to see. Forced the flash away from the Alistar. The combo still connecting. Immediate flash in from Upset to get the double. Maybe looking to make it a triple. Are they just gonna set him up for a penta? No, because Vladdy takes one of the kills as Emperos trying to take another.
You can run!
Sidestep, good. I mean, Yukino gets to live. That's respectable. But Fnatic, it looks like they're just going to end it here. They're simply too far ahead. The compositional advantage is theirs. The gold advantage is theirs.
Fnatic showed their experience today as KCB ends up falling. And with that, they are eliminated from LEC versus playoff.
Bây giờ để gọi là Yukino thì sao đây? Gì cũng gọi là vừa chết cái cộng mới đi mọi người. Chết cái cộng theo mới được. Mấy thằng này nó phải kéo theo cái cộng của mình.
Playing to show what they've got as their playoff dreams taken away, and Fnatic move a little bit further up in what is a very close standings.
Yeah, really important win for Fnatic. One more, and I think 99% you've secured playoffs unless something absolutely incredible happens.
Just wait and see, Jack. Stop trying to make definitive statements about something we don't know.
Fair enough. Well, KCB being out, I think even though it's been a disappointing run for this roster, as you can vote for your key player of the series.
At LEC on X, Razork, Vladdy, or Upset. I think credit to Fnatic, closing out clean, cleaning the discipline. But to your point, KCB, we heard it.
Wow,
Right? A lot of things to be excited about in ERL.
Để game sau anh em ơi. Những cái chết cái trừ, đổ chết cái cộng hơi khoai.
A team that clearly knows what they're doing, especially in the earlier stages.
I think you could see a lot of their mistakes and a lot of the ways that they faltered was just due to the lack of experience rather. And I'm really excited to see how this roster develops throughout the rest of the year. And I think for sure a lot of these players, we might see them next year in the LEC.
We might. But that's Upset with a thumbs up, and that's our cue to toss things down to the main stage where Ginny is standing by with Vladdy.
Vladdy, congratulations on the win against KC Blue this time around. Yesterday didn't really work in your favor, but I'd like to talk about the game that we have in front of us today. Great performance from you individually as well. Can you let me know what your experience has been like on the Fnatic roster?
I mean, it's pretty good. Obviously, we are not playing so well right now. We are a new roster. We have 2 rookies, but I think everyone is very hungry to improve. And yeah, I think we can scale into the next splits as well.
How are you looking to scale? What are the things that you're going to be focusing on then to make sure that the rookies are gelling well with the rest of the team?
I mean, I think they are rookies, but they are not acting as rookies. I think they are pretty mature. And I think right now our early game is pretty rough as a team, so we just need to improve on that aspect mostly.
Yesterday as well against KC, there was a little bit of an ups and downs, and then it kind of like didn't really go in your favor. You had certain hopes for that game. You know, I interviewed you before. You're like, oh, we're going to stomp them. Did you think that this win against KC Blue is going to allow you to find that confidence again?
I mean, I wouldn't say so, because KCB is in the bottom of the table, I would say. And I think we didn't even play that well today, even though enemy team, in my opinion, is not that good. But as I said, we have a lot of room to improve, and everyone is very hungry. And I think by the time we will get better.
Well, you still have 2 more games at least in the best of 1 series. How are your expectations for those then?
I mean, yeah, we play Heretics, and then the last game is against Z2. I think Z2 is going to be a pretty rough one, but we will be ready, and we will practice in the next week very hard to beat them.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time, and once again, congratulations. I know you're being really critical of yourself, but you should also be proud. We're going to be heading over to a break, and then we'll be back with our next game of the day, and it's going to be SK against Giant X.
Look on, look, Panther no flash, Panther no flash. Panther no flash, Panther no flash.
Kill the Cassante, kill the Cassante.
Slow. Galio. I have ult, by the way, no flash.
He's very low, the Pantheon, guys.
Out.
No flash out, no flash out.
Look front.
I can send the Galio here.
Yeah. Look, Galio.
He's cooked, I think. No Drake.
I have ult.
Fighting here, slowly. Yeah. Slowly. Nice, very good. Look at the Cassante, I can stand, guys.
No flash.
W in 2, 1.
What an incredible play there from...
Oh, that was incredible. You love to see it.
Right, yeah, let's really
What
get into...
a move! He's just so good. I mean, the persistence, the patience to find the angle. You just don't see that from rookies. He's got it all. He's got the bad.
Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Ooh, that looks good. Do you want to maybe share a little bit? Yeah.
What a move!
The human body was built to move, not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
Welcome back, LEC friends, for our second game of the day. It's going to be SK Gaming versus Giant X. Gen GX, Giant XD, we'll see about this, but so far the only thing we know is that it's two teams that had very different trajectories. Giant X sitting on the second spot here in the standings, while SK struggling a bit.
Yeah, and it's not really going to get easier for them, or
No.
is it? Is the question, because right now SK need every single win they can get. The good news for them is that they're fighting against people that are right next to them in the standings, and if they can get a win against GX today, it would put them that much closer to what feels like a very close playoff race.
But even forward, you would say that, you know, Los Ratones is 4-4, but are they really 4-4?
That's the question.
That's the question.
Everyone's wondering.
But at the same time, yeah, they're running a bit out of time because we had criticism of SK, but now they're still ramping up. You know, we saw Yopa starting to perform very well, you know, in a sea of Unks on his team. And for me, he is one of the, you know, driving factors in this team. But on the other side, with Noah, he is, he's a scary man on the side of GX.
I think that Noah just continues to outperform. He is the superstar of this roster, and this clip is a Baron that they lost, a game that they lost.
Whoa.
But he, alongside Jun, this is just a beautiful demonstration of their mechanical prowess and what they've been doing for this team all split long. I feel like Jun and Noah are one of our best performing bot lanes in the league right now, and this is just a clip of how close they came to 1v9ing this whole game.
And on that point, being a player in that game, especially when you're playing against the spooky Zara Khan or, you know, more so Noah and June, it felt always like you need to be on your toes to secure a win against them, because even there, 2v5, it felt impossible to close it out against them.
And when you look at it, we see Yopa maybe as one of the shining lights we have for SK, so I'm thinking him paired with Mickey could potentially make a difference today. They're sitting in the underdog spot here in this matchup, but is there any hope for SK in this match?
I mean, I really do believe that there is. I think
right.
that SK are a team that continue to surprise, and I think that as a roster, they've been coming together very nicely at times. Now, while it's true that GX is a little bit more consistent just because of the prowess of their bottom lane, I think SK need to shift gears and put more resources into this young talent in the bottom lane. I think that Yopa really does have a lot of potential, and I think that you can believe in him to be a carry. So I'm going to go out on a limb, and I am going to predict SK to actually get the victory today. I do believe that as an entirety, as a whole block, SK has the ability to outplay GX today.
I mean, coping works this week, so why not?
Hey, it's not coping. I'm on the same side as Vedi here. I'm on the side of the Unks, you know. I have to root for
Yeah, you
Wonder.
have to.
I have to root for Mickey. And at the same time, Wonder has been flying under the radar for a little bit because he's been missing from the league for about a year now. But now he's actually one of the more unique top players with the pace that he's playing, but also his stats are insane. When you think of Wonder, and you see this amount of kills in a game, you're thinking of the, you know, his best years, his golden years, you know, Flashback 2019 and all of those, you know, wonderful times. But he's putting great performances, and he is the one to counterbalance, you know, the massive mountain that Noah and June are on the bot lane.
I just think I've been too much of a doubter this split, so I'm going to start believing. And I'm going to start believing in SK today, so I'm hoping that they can repay my faith with a victory today. We'll see if they can do it.
Optimistic Vedi with the power of the elderly and the young guns in the bot lane for SK. Let's see if they can do it. Casters, over to you.
Has been too much of a doubter, so believes in SK, and now doubts Giant X. I see. I see.
I'm still a doubter.
I am normally on the SK hype train, but
yeah, I don't know.
I think they're too hyped. I think
have we been watching a different SK?
Because just for the record, can we run it back here?
Yeah.
There have been 2 Caitlyn Elise lanes.
Yep.
One of them won handedly.
Yep.
One of them went horrendously.
Yeah.
The one that won, was it the SK one, Jack? Remind me.
No.
No.
No, it was not.
So I'm willing to believe it could be close.
Mm-hmm.
But the 2-for-0 prediction is a little wild there at the desk. I gotta say, but we'll find out. I've been wrong a lot this split, so maybe I should be shutting my mouth.
I mean, what's your prediction, Draco?
We're gonna have to find out. You know, I'm not gonna make any more predictions. I think
okay, fair enough.
My predictions are getting me into trouble.
Okay.
So we'll just have to see. We'll have to wait and find out. 3-5 versus 5-3, of course. Reminder for the playoff stakes here. SK, of course, are going to have good opportunities next week as they play Los Ratones and Shifters. So they kind of hold their destiny in their own hands. For GX, if they win here, they are not 100% locked, but they are most likely locked for playoffs. There is one scenario out of more than 65,000 scenarios remaining where they don't make it if they win here. So I would love to say that they're locked, but technically there is like a 0.0001 whatever chance that winning here wouldn't do it. However, for simplicity's sake, I'll just say win it in, more or less.
That would be pretty incredible. I mean, it would be a very fun timeline to be in if they got 6 wins and still didn't make it. Fun for the viewer.
Fun for the GX haters.
No, fun for the viewer, where unpredictability is the name of the game here, with Rumble being locked in. Pretty predictable.
Who could have seen the Rumble pick up?
What? And they're going to pick Azir?
It's possible.
Oh, wait, actually, it's Leader.
It's Leader. You never know.
I mean, he could pick Azir, but he's probably going to pick Ryze.
Well, the interesting thing is, like,
mage.
we are looking at, with the Rumble lock-in, I'm wondering if this is... We're looking at the 2 people who are big Yone enthusiasts in terms of
that's true.
Mid laners, but we've got the Ryze locked in for now. Keeping with the bans, the Akali was banned away from Leader, as was the Aurelia.
I do think Yone into Ryze, though. I'm not completely familiar with the matchup, but I would imagine...
chuẩn bị vô mọi người ơi.
So damn tanky, goes face rush, can kite you out.
Actually does enough damage in a sustained fight to balance out a lot of what makes Yone good.
Yeah.
But we have a really nice, you know, potential combo here around mid lane with the Ryze, as well as the Vi.
Maybe a little Yarvan for Isma here. We can see what he wants to look in. I mean, I'm assuming they'll probably just complete their top side, because that's a very classic maneuver when you pick this Rumble early. So this is going to be the Jarvan, and then maybe just the Seer. I'm trying to, like, we're really digging deep in the champion pool here.
Yeah. I'm wondering,
Manila picks.
I kind of hope that they do just match on both sides, because I would really love to see a bot lane arms race.
Yeah.
Because
it would
as
be
much
cool to
as
spicy picks on bot for sure, yeah.
And I think the Desk has a valid point that the biggest matchup in SK's favor is Wonder. Don't get me wrong, but this bot lane 2v2 is still going to be such a thrill to watch. And with SK, despite being on blue side, of course, having last pick, I think we could get some really spicy stuff.
I just figured it out. Maybe to have unpredictable games, you need to have predictable drafts. Huh?
That's a possibility.
Yeah. As leader is having
Is
some
it a
fun here.
Rise top?
It could be a Rise top, honestly. It's not bad into Rumble with the phase
rush. With the phase rush, yeah, you just sprint away.
Would be very cool to see a spicy pick here on mid, as we see. Oh.
Classic. Is he allowed to play Zed?
Yone locked in.
Okay, the Wonder Rise top. That's a throwback.
That's a cool flex right there, especially because when you see the Rise, we all thought it was leader as he's had some good games on it, but it's a good matchup into the Rumble as long as you can keep your distance and not let him get on top of you with that face rush. And leader with the Yone is a classic into the Azir, and since you have the AP damage from the Rise as well, you can safely have that Yone Vi combination.
Sorry, what? The Yone Vi what?
Combination.
Okay, you didn't do the full accent. That's good. Keeping it going. The Xayah banned away as well as the Nico, so taking away some of the comfortable picks. The Caitlyn too, I do like that. I think it's you don't want to give enemy team the opportunity.
Yo.
It's kind of like
Yo.
Like both teams played Caitlyn and Elise. One stomped on it, one didn't do so well, and then you're the one banning
But
Caitlyn.
can you counterpick Caitlyn at least, I guess is my question. If they just,
I mean, there's
if they
nothing
would-
that probably wins lane into it unless you go something psychopath.
So maybe that's the logic. But you're right, it does feel like an L when you both played it and you're the ones who have to ban it away.
Yeah. Although it is better for Giantx's comp as well, I would say. Because they have
AD,
longer range.
Yunara still up?
Yunara's still up. Definitely seems like kind of an obvious one. There's also Corki if you want to go for a loss.
I'm sorry if you want to go. Okay. I like it. A little bit of toxicity. You get this one.
Em Long đang gọi là suy tính về một cái gọi là SK Gaming mọi người, nhưng mà GX giờ này anh cũng ghê.
And I like Xayah a lot here.
GX giờ này anh ghê.
About that jump as it's actually banned by SK, so that makes
He might have thought about it, but he can't pick it.
Okay, my bad there. Well, he is hovering the Corki. I mean, it's not like Corki is an automatic loss here.
Backpedaling because you're
I
afraid.
do like Ezreal a lot more than
Mọi người nghĩ như thế nào? Em đang gọi là
4 and 11. That's pretty bad.
Corki has a terrible win rate, and now Mickey could just go for Alistar, and the Yunara Alistar combo has an insane win rate against the Corki especially. So we're gonna get Jun's Rakan, and I will say
đang nghĩ
Jun has been
trận này khó mọi người.
total demon.
Trận
We've
này
been
gọi
hyping up
là
Noah, but
căn
in
bản là
every
khó.
game Noah has been good. Jun has also been phenomenal.
Ooh, Bard here.
Someone excited for the Mickey X Bard, understandable.
I'm excited for the Mickey X Bard. I love Jun as well. I think he's been playing absolutely.
GX em ơi, GX biết là GX rồi nhưng mà
I do think though that if
GX nó ăn thấp lắm anh ơi. GX nó ăn thấp quá.
That would be pretty crazy. Because it doesn't really have that great synergy with Yunara. I mean, Yunara can dash
Để
forward
coi
with
kìa.
the stun, but it's not the
Good
greatest
with the
matchup into
Yone.
Okay. Okay. They're going all in.
Trận này á,
Have the setup from the Vi
GX
and the
trừ
Yone,
7.5 mà.
and he can then heal up
Anh em mình làm
Yone
cái GX trừ
just
đi
to
ha.
go forward. It's just
GX trừ nhá,
great
Captain yêu ơi.
lane early game, so I'll definitely got my eye
SK đánh với GX nè,
on
GX trừ
knowing Jun to
6.5,
punish this bot lane.
7.5.
I mean, the big thing is if
Để coi trừ
you
nhiều
get
cái
ahead as a
từ.
Tark and you're able to ult proactively
7.5
in
lận,
a fight,
cái
Tark
trừ cao
ults is
quá.
I mean,
If you have to ult
Taric ult
reactively,
with Vi ult does have
Nhưng mà GX đánh chắc là ghê á, GX đánh ghê thằng này.
once the equalizer's already
GX trừ
down,
7.5 đi.
it's too slow.
Ok la luôn.
Pressure on Mickey to execute, but this has always been, I think, a kind of a niche pick for him. Something he's brought out on occasion, often in these Kalista pairings.
Yeah.
See if in this matchup it's going to work out well for him. These are obviously bot lanes that focus a lot on 2v2. So we'll
I would
see.
say SK's bot lane doesn't focus so much on 2v2.
Oh,
For
I
me,
mean, in terms of like discussion and practice, like Mickey, notorious 2v2.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I just
Not
feel
in
like
terms of how they play, though. I do agree.
Because with SK's lineup, it feels like a lot of their game plan has just been to leave kind of Yopa a little
Giờ
bit.
này gọi là live lúc buổi trưa thì có view, buổi chiều, buổi tối live mấy cái này không có view ta. Em Long phải điều chỉnh lại mấy cái này mới được.
Try to get advantages elsewhere, and then as you get into the later stages, it's more responsibility onto Yopa to see if he can carry a game. But let's head into game here. SK versus Giantx.
We're undecided. The analyst desk believing in SK. We're not sure if their confidence is justified, but we'll find out as we get into our second game of the day. A Taric on the Rift.
Although as much as the analyst desk wanted to gaslight you into saying like Giantx are not the underdog, they are the underdog. They do have a worse scoreline. And
SK. The SK are the
SK.
underdog. Yeah.
Sorry.
SK
See,
are
they
the
gaslit
underdogs.
me.
Yeah. They tricked you up. Gaslighted you.
They gaslit me completely.
3-5. But we've seen some highlights. And we're so locked in on talking about bot lane, because that's where we feel like GX's strongest point is, and top lane, because we feel like that's SK's strongest point. Mid lane, we've crossed over.
Tỏ lại cái này không có view nha.
We saw, I don't know if you watched LCK. I watched LCK. Chovy went exhaust on the Yone.
Em Long chắc là gọi là đổi kênh cái. Kênh này để mai like SKCL anh em ạ.
In solo lanes these days, TP is super overrated. I think it's overrated on top of